What if I told you the hardest part of doing anything is not the work itself, it's starting, not finishing, not doing it perfectly, just starting. And somehow that's the part we avoid the most. You ever sit down to do something important, open your laptop, take a deep breath, and then suddenly think, wait, maybe I should clean my room first. And while you're at it, you reorganize your desk, check your phone, reply to messages you ignored for 3 days, watch one quick video, and somehow end up deep into a rabbit hole about how penguins find their soulmates. Now it's been 2 hours, and the thing you were supposed to do, still untouched. That's procrastination. And here's the thing. It's not because you're lazy. It's because your brain is trying to protect you. Yeah. Protect you. From what? From discomfort, from the feeling of not knowing what to do, from the fear of messing up, from the pressure of doing something that actually matters to you. So your brain says, let's do something easier instead. And just like that, you delay. But here's the problem. The more you delay, the heavier the task feels. It's like carrying a backpack. At first, it's light, no big deal. But every time you say, I'll do it later, you add another brick. Another day, another brick. Another excuse, another brick. And suddenly that small task feels huge. Not because it actually is, but because you've been avoiding it for so long. So how do you fix it? You don't wait for motivation, because motivation is unreliable. It shows up when it feels like it and disappears when you need it most. Instead, you make things easier to start. Let me explain. Your brain hates big, unclear tasks. Finish the project, get in shape, fix your life. That's overwhelming. But open the document, do 5 push-ups, work for 10 minutes? That feels doable. So here's a simple trick. Make your starting point ridiculously small. So small that your brain can't argue with it. Don't say I'll study for 3 hours. Say I'll study for 10 minutes. Don't say I'll clean the whole house. Say I'll clean one corner. Because once you start, something interesting happens. You build momentum. And momentum is powerful. It's like pushing a car. At first, it's hard, really hard. But once it starts moving, it gets easier. The same thing happens with your work. Starting is the push. Continuing, that's the ride. Now let's talk about another reason we procrastinate. Perfection. We don't just want to do the task, we want to do it perfectly. And if we can't do it perfectly, we don't start at all. That's like saying if I can't cook a perfect meal, I just won't eat. Makes no sense, right? Done is better than perfect. Always. Because imperfect action still moves you forward. Perfect plans that never happen, they don't. Let's be real for a second. You're not avoiding everything. You're avoiding specific things. Usually the things that matter the most. The things that could actually change something in your life. That's why they feel heavy. That's why you keep putting them off. Because deep down, they matter. And that's exactly why you should do them. Here's something that might change how you see procrastination. It's not about time. It's about emotion. You're not saying I don't have time. You're saying I don't feel like doing this right now. Big difference. And feelings, they change. So if you wait to feel ready, you might wait forever. Instead, act despite how you feel. Not because you feel motivated, but because you decided it matters. Let's add a little humor again. Ever notice how you suddenly become super productive right before a deadline? Like you've been avoiding something for days, and then the night before you turn into a focused machine. You're like, who is this person? Where have I been hiding this energy? That version of you, it already exists. You don't need a deadline to access it. You just need to start earlier. Now imagine if you use that same focus without the stress. That's what consistent action looks like. Calm, steady, in control. No panic, no last-minute chaos, just progress. And progress feels way better than pressure. Here's a simple rule. If it takes less than 5 minutes, do it immediately. No thinking, no delaying. Because small tasks pile up fast. And when they do, they create mental clutter. And mental clutter, that kills focus. Clear your small tasks, and your mind gets clearer too. Now let's talk about identity. Instead of saying, I need to stop procrastinating, say, I'm someone who takes action. Sounds simple, but it changes how you think. Because now every time you choose to act, even in a small way, you're proving that identity true. And over time, that becomes who you are. Not someone who delays, but someone who starts. Now imagine this. It's a week from now. You either started today or you didn't. If you didn't, nothing changes. Same stress, same thoughts, same cycle. But if you did even a little, you've already moved forward. You've broken the pattern. And that matters more than you think. Because change doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens when you interrupt old habits and replace them with better ones, one decision at a time. So the next time you feel like saying, I'll do it later, pause and ask yourself, what's the smallest thing I can do right now? Then do it. No overthinking, no delay, just action. Because action breaks procrastination. Not planning, not thinking, not waiting. Action. And the more you act, the easier it gets. So start small, start messy, start imperfect, just start. Because the life you want, it's not waiting for you to feel ready. It's waiting for you to begin. And once you do, you'll realize something powerful. It was never as hard as you made it in your head. You just needed to take the first step.